Mark Vientos was pissed that they intentionally walked to get to him. And
no, the biggest about of the entire game was the leadoff batter of the game. That was it.
Homer?
The home run by
That's
Lindor.
it?
That was it. Because the bullpen game fell apart as soon as Lindor hit the home run.
Well, that's 1-0.
It doesn't matter. It gave the Mets confidence, and it shook the Dodgers. And that was all they needed. They needed a little crack, and in the second inning, it just continued to flow, and Nat came in, didn't have it. This is the problem with bullpen games. Now, the Dodgers had a chance because the Mets almost screwed this game up when they took out Manaea and they brought in Phil Maton. Now, listen, Phil Maton's been great, but in this postseason, Phil Maton is almost unpitchable right now for the Mets. So let's try to keep him out of the game. I figured they probably thought it was 6-0 would be all right. Next thing you know, it was 6-3, and it was hold on for dear life, boys.
But what's your circle of trust for the Mets?
In the bullpen?
Yes.
Diaz? Ottavino? Ottavino?
You trust that Ottavino is going to sit back and have the time.
He's on vacation,
life.
Bro.
He is. He's there. Great guy.
He's on the Kratz plan right now. He's just watching games.
Yeah.
It's Reed Garrett, and you can't go Reed Garrett for more than 3 outs because he just throws so many splitters. It's Edwin Diaz, it's David Peterson, and it's McGill.
Okay, fine. That's enough. But it's not really like that.
Listen,
like
even Edwin Diaz is shaky, bro.
Yeah.
Every time it's like, all right, I got to walk the first 2 guys before I start getting strikes.
Well, he's a classic closer. He's got a little Kimbrel in him.
I mean, he comes in and it is like, what is happening?
But meanwhile, they won. Now they take the series home. It's even 1-1.
Stanek, you forgot Stanek.
Stanek
is way high on the list right now for the Mets.
He did do well. He was struggling earlier, but he did well.
He's turned around. By the way, let's give a little love to our boy Honeywell. Came on the show in spring training. You remember what he said in spring training? Do you guys remember what he said?
I know he was very open.
He was like, I should be in the big leagues. I don't know why I'm not on a big league roster. If I don't make this team, I don't know what's wrong with the Pirates. Pirates let go of him, and there he is pitching in the playoffs for the Dodgers.
True.
Pitching good, too.
Well, apparently he was just not good enough for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's what he said.
They didn't need any bullpen pieces.
And like Jose Iglesias told me in spring training, I should be on this team. I need to be on this team. I can help this team win. And look what he's done for him.
Yeah,
he's got songs. He's got hits.
They had shaky defense, though. He made a mistake. Pete Alonso made a mistake. But it's okay. They got the job done. You know why? Because the offense has been really good.
Yeah.
That has stood out for a while for them. And it came through again. You score 7 runs, you're going to win most playoff games.
Who's pitching game 3?
For
both teams.
We already know, don't we?
Yeah, I know. Who's pitching? Severino.
Okay.
And who's pitching for the Dodgers? Walker Buehler.
Yes.
Who you trust more?
Severino.
Okay. That's why these bullpen games are tough, Kratzy, because
Walker Buehler's a starter. Walker Buehler's a starter. All the Mets do is bang bullpen guys.
Landon Knack was a starter all year, and he gave up a 5 spot. And that's not – maybe they do that.
This is what happens when you do FT, not in the afternoon. But anyway, Mark Vientos is that rookie, just like last year. In a very different way.
Ching.
Evan Carter was that rookie. Just feels like you usually have that rookie surge where a guy doesn't feel like the moment's too big for him. And Mark Vientos has been just a force in the 2 spots.
Ching.
Yes, we know you hit your bet. And Landon.
And I called he was going to get hit off a lefty, which Scott said they don't have any lefties, but they did have a lefty, and they brought him in, and he got a hit. So I should win double, Claude.
If they decide to not throw Mark Vientos some strikes, he will get himself out.
Did he hit it off?
He hit the grand slam off Knack.
Right.
But he got a hit off the lefty. He got a
Does
single.
That ball go out? Does that ball go out in a night game in LA?
Who gives a shit? It went out in the day game.
Big difference. Day and night games.
Yeah, true, but I don't care. They're playing in the daytime.
Yeah. So good for them. They showed up. It was 33 innings in a row scoreless, 23 unanswered runs. They were delivering with runners in scoring position. Nobody could put together consistent offense against them for a while, and the Mets were like, nah, that was just a fluke.
It's shaping up right now. I think we all, I don't know, but Subway Series is becoming a real possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that before game
No.
2 started?
I did not.
See, that's the beauty of the playoffs. Is if you're honest, you did not see this game coming. You sat there and you're like, whoa, what they just did with their bullpen in the last, 33, how many innings you said? Like, this might be Dodgers in 5. Now you're sitting here going, whoa, Mets are in position. That's the beauty of the playoffs. It really doesn't matter what you did. It's what you do in that game.
And the thing with the Dodgers is they're going to have to get by in a 7-game series with a severe lack of starting pitching trust. That's what it is. It worked for them in the best of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work in a best of 7?
We're about to find out.
And their bullpen is good. Their bullpen's not Cleveland good. It's good. And they're also facing a team in the Mets that has burned bullpens for weeks now. I mean, they got an early lead this time around, but I don't know. It's going to be an interesting series, obviously, as it heads back. But they have to do, in my mind, a lot more manager chess, right? Doc Roberts has a lot of tough decision-making to do versus Carlos Mendoza lining up his starters and then just deciding when to take that starter out. Not that it's an easy job, but it's a really tricky job if you're the Dodgers. Like, you have to finagle your pitching into the World Series. What do you mean?
He can't take him out too soon. He's like Bruce Bochy. Bruce Bochy didn't have a lot in that bullpen last year. What he had, he went to, but he had to lean on his starters. Fortunately, Jordan Montgomery did his thing. Fortunately, Nathan Eovaldi did his thing. Scherzer, for the most part, did his thing. Like, you have to – it's going to be different. You know, managing to keep a starter in is way different. Way different. So if I'm the Dodgers, I'm trying to get pitch count way up. I don't think the Phillies got the starting pitchers' pitch count way up. They still got to Severino by tying the game up that one game, but you got to make them work. And I think, you know, guys like Max Muncy, I don't think they're going to pitch to Shohei too much. Freddie always has good at-bats. That pitch count gets up. Now, all of a sudden, you have to bring in Maton. You might have to push Stanek for 4 outs. You might have to push Reed Garrett for 4 outs. It's not – these next 3 games are tough because there's no off days.
Yeah, very different offense.
Yeah, but that also wears out the Dodgers because they rely on their bullpen more than pretty much any team other than – I mean, the Tigers are obviously out, but –
well, the Guardians.
The Guardians too, but here's my thing.
Are more of your modern bullpenning their way into smoke and mirrors World Series. Yankees and Mets are more of your traditional – baseball clubs this year.
Also, let's not forget what Manaea did to Shohei today. He freaking carved him. Sale, I think we're frozen.
I still hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're back. We're kind of
but
back.
No more of the old drop down Chris Sale, Sean Manaea trick. He didn't want no part of that.
No. Mike Petriello, who's been on our show a few times, had a good tweet. He was like, how many left-handed starters in spring training next year are going to be
throwing like Chris Sale.
I'm going to drop down and try to sail this shit.
Oh, every lefty's going to be like, let me see how far I get out here.
Yeah. You got to try it. I mean, Sean Manaea was never like this. He's had his ups and downs, but even the ups, they never touched what he just did.
No.
He's on another level.
And he couldn't pitch against the Dodgers either. Let's not forget, he couldn't pitch against the Dodgers.
Everything's different now. Everything has changed.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.